You walk into your local coffee shop, walk up to the counter, and the barista smiles and says, "All right, love you been up to?" Your heart drops. Your palms start to sweat. Your mind goes completely blank. You're suddenly frantically searching through your mental library. You scan thousands of vocabulary lists and grammar rules, trying to find the perfect response. But instead of a casual reply, you freeze up. You stand up straight and blurt out, "I am fine, thank you, and how are you?" The barista blinks, smiles politely, and hands over your coffee. The moment of connection is gone. Welcome to the textbook trap. You've spent years memorizing perfect grammar, but in the real world, the conversation just doesn't sound like the classroom. Knowing the rules is helpful, but speaking a language is really about connecting with another human being. It's a living conversation, not a written exam. We are all taught to say, "How are you?" But in everyday life, it often sounds too stiff for a quick chat. Native speakers usually don't worry about perfect sentence structure when they talk to friends or grab a quick coffee. They care about comfort and speed, shortening words and phrases so they roll right off the tongue. Take a look at this diagram. Instead of the formal "How are you doing today?" the sentence breaks apart and reforms into a casual phrase like, "What have you been up to?" Or, to keep it short, it morphs into, "How are things?" Using relaxed phrases like this instantly makes you sound warmer and easier to talk to. You can almost feel your shoulders drop. You don't have to stand there like a robot, reciting lines from a play anymore. To speak real English, you have to drop the script. It is much better to sound relaxed and authentic than to sound grammatically flawless. Trying to perfectly pronounce every single letter in every single word is exhausting. It takes massive physical effort, leaving you completely out of breath. To fix this, you need to use the most common sound in the English language, the schwa. This diagram shows exactly how it works. In a word like computer, we don't say computer. The unstressed vowels drop out and are replaced by the schwa, a lazy sound. By making those sounds lazy, words slide together along a smooth rhythm. Once you stop fighting to pronounce every letter, your jaw relaxes. Your sentences glide together effortlessly. Sounding like a native speaker actually requires you to be intentionally lazy with certain sounds. That laziness is what creates the natural rhythm of the language. Even when you know the right phrases and have the rhythm down, there is one final hurdle. You step up to speak, and suddenly panic sets in, making you forget everything. When you get nervous, a stress alarm goes off in your brain. It physically blocks the pathway to the part of your brain that handles words. To break that lock, use a simple filler phrase, like, "That's a good question." This buys you time, signaling the stress alarm to shrink away so your vocabulary flows back. You take a deep breath, you regain control of the moment, and that overwhelming wave of anxiety fades. True fluency is knowing how to pause, take a breath, and recover gracefully. You don't have to be perfect. So let's go back to that coffee shop. The barista looks up and says, "Hey there, how are things?" This time, you don't panic. You smile and say, "Well," giving your brain a split second to catch up. "Things are pretty good. I'm just getting some work done." Maybe you use the wrong preposition. Maybe you say "in the weekend" instead of "at the weekend." You realize it a second later, but you just keep talking, and the barista doesn't even notice. They just laugh, hand over your drink, and tell you to have a great day. The mistake didn't stop the conversation at all. You learn a language to connect with other people. That connection is built on a relaxed rhythm and a little bit of confidence, not on reciting perfect rules. To keep building your real-world communication toolkit, subscribe to BBC Learning English. We have new videos every week to help you ditch the textbook and start having real conversations.